Hi, I'm Melissa Arnold, and today I'd like to do my demonstration speech on how to make stuffed shells. First, I'd like to welcome you to my kitchen, and I'd like to introduce my audience, my daughter, and my son, Emily and Caleb. And I also have my husband, Mike, who is doing the camera for me. The first thing I'd like to say is I wish you all could be here to smell the aroma coming out of the kitchen. I'd like to give you a sneak peek of what you're going to learn to do today. This is going to be what the finished product looks like. This is my stuffed shells, and this has been a recipe that I've been making probably for 30-some years now. It's actually a very easy recipe to make, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. First thing we're going to do is get the ingredients together. The ingredients you're going to want to have is you're going to have the jumbo shells. You can buy these in any grocery store. You're also going to want to have tomato sauce. It doesn't matter what kind, as long as you just have some tomato sauce. You're going to have ricotta cheese. Also, we're going to use a little bit of cottage cheese. And we're going to use some shredded Parmesan. We're going to use onion. And I've already gone ahead and chopped up some just for time. And also we have an egg that we're going to use. As well as mozzarella cheese, which I'm going to get out of the refrigerator right now. If the camera wants to follow me. And there is the mozzarella cheese. For the purpose of this demonstration, I have already boiled the shells in salted water. Due to the time limits we have, this is what your shell is going to look like. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start our oven at 350 degrees, start preheating that. And we're going to take our baking pan, a regular glass pan will do fine. The next step we're going to do is we're going to take some of our tomato sauce. And we're going to dump it in the pan. This way the stuffed shells will not stick to the bottom when they're cooking. So you want to make sure you coat the bottom of your pan. And we're going to put that to the side. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the filling for the stuffed shells. We're going to take the ricotta cheese, put it in a bowl. And then we're also going to take some cottage cheese as well and put it in the bowl with the ricotta. Next thing we're going to do is add our onion. So I'm going to put the onion, which I've already chopped up, into the bowl. We're also going to add your egg next. And the egg is going to act as a binder to bind all this together. As well as we're going to use some spices. We're going to use parsley. Get the parsley into the bowl with your cheeses and your egg and your onion. You're also going to use some garlic powder. And we're going to put some garlic in there. And then the next spice that I like to use is garlic pepper. That way you have a little more garlic, plus you get some pepper. So we're just going to put that in there. And you really don't need any salt in here due to the garlic pepper seasoning. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to mix this all together. And once we have it mixed all together real well, let's give it a few more turns here. You can see here that the egg is starting to break up, and we're going to bind that together with everything. And as soon as you have a really decent consistency, we're going to take your shredded Parmesan cheese. We're going to incorporate that into there. And then the next thing we're going to do is incorporate some mozzarella cheese into the mixture. This will make sure that your shells are cheesy as well as on top and inside as well as on top. So we're just going to add some of that. And we're going to mix that together so it's real well mixed together. Okay, there we go. Okay, once you get a pretty good consistency, it should kind of be a little lumpy from the cheese. Okay, we're going to take our shell. We're going to start preparing now. We're going to take our our shell. It's not stuffed yet, but it will be in a moment. You take a generous portion on your spoon, and you just stick it in your shell. Then you're going to stick it right here into your pan. So we're going to do several of those. Okay, let's show you how to do that again. Generous portion, put it right into your pan. Okay, so we're going to continue to do a few more shells. Let me get a few of these done. and then we'll continue on so I can continue the recipe for you. So what we do after we get several shells, we're going to fill up the whole pan, but due to time limits, we don't actually have that time. We're going to take our shells, and we're going to take some sauce, and we're just kind of put it right over the top of our shells. That way the shells will not be dry. You don't have to put a lot of sauce. It kind of depends on your taste. Okay, and then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to take some more mozzarella cheese, and we're going to put that on top of the shells. You can do a generous portion, and as well we're going to take a little bit more of the Parmesan and stick that on top as well. Okay. And this is what your shells really should come out looking like before they go in the oven. And we're going to stick them in the oven, and you're going to do probably about 45 minutes to an hour, so they're kind of bubbly, and about on 350 degrees. So I'm going to stick these in the oven. Now the thing about stuffed shells, I'm going to grab these, what we've already made. Okay. And what I'm going to do now, I mean, they smell wonderful, they look wonderful, but here's going to be the true test. Let me just grab a spoon. We're going to take one of our stuffed shells, and let me just kind of show you what that's going to look like. I'm going to put that in here. And, okay, if I would have my son come on over here, I want him to demonstrate and let him tell you his opinion on this.
Okay.
Can you taste that for me, Caleb?
Yes, sir.
And as you can see all the cheese is kind of, let's show them how the cheese is in the shell there. Okay? Now I want to know what you really think of this. Well, what do you think? Is that an A+?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well.
The filling is really good, and mixed with all the sauce and the noodle, it just hits it off.
Well, thank you very much. Well, I hope you enjoyed my demonstration on stuffed shells. Thank you. Again, my name is Melissa Arnold.